Hi everyone, hope you're all good. The sun is absolutely pounding down. It is beautiful, but I am 120 miles away from my bike at the moment. So I've been working away for a while, but I'm back home tomorrow and hopefully I'll get it for a ride. So I wanted to do this video because I wanted to give you a heads up of things that are coming up on the channel. You will already know most likely that we've started the podcast series. So episode 1 of the podcast went live on Friday. And so if you managed to tune into that, much appreciated. Really appreciate your support. The feedback we got from that was fantastic. So it can only get better because it was a little bit rougher in the edges, but it was the first one and we're still learning. Episode 2 of the podcast will be done by the end of next week, so look forward to that. And we're going to shake it up a little bit, so sometimes we'll do a live podcast, sometimes we'll do a pre-recorded podcast, and in the near future we'll get some guests on as well. So for example, a guy on TikTok, Biker, awesome guy, helps people to recover their stolen bikes, so we'll get him on and he can talk about everything that he does. I managed to bump into Annabelle McCarthy on the weekend just gone, a fantastic young girl, racer, and her and her father were at the Megastore promoting her profile, her racing profile. So she's agreed to come on at some point soon, so that will be great to hear and hopefully inspire other young riders, especially female riders as well, to talk about how she got into racing. And we'll get guests like yourselves on as well. Anybody that wants to come on, then you'd be more than welcome. We'd come up with a bit of a plan and we'll get a guest on from time to time. So that's hopefully just going to grow and grow. So episode 1's available on my YouTube channel. Remember to head over there and subscribe, and episode 2 will be by the end of next week. What else is happening? So I've done my first weekly Bike Life Diaries video, which is available on my page now, and I'll do one of those each week. I did it on Monday this week, but I'll do it every Sunday more than likely, and it just gives me a chance to keep you all informed about what's been happening, what's coming up on the channel. If there's any events and bike meets and things coming up that I can maybe share with you, then fantastic. If I can talk about what might be coming up on the upcoming podcast, or things that might be new on the channel, so it just gives me a chance to do that. So Bike Life Diaries once a week, normally on a Sunday, will be available on my page. And then I've got a new idea, folks. So I'm going to do the first couple of these this weekend, and I thought what better than to get some of you folks on a video talking about your bike. So one of the things that we do in the lives quite a lot is people ask me opinions or thoughts on certain bikes. But of course I don't know everything about every bike. There's many bikes that I know nothing about. But if I can sort of do a video, 10, 15, 20 minutes, where you're talking about your bike, I can ask you questions and you can give your opinions, and that can help inspire others who might be thinking of buying that particular bike. I can ask you, why did you choose that particular bike? What kind of riding do you enjoy? How does it compare to the previous bike you owned? What's good about it? What's bad about it? So it's a chance to be a little bit more structured and a little bit more informative. And I think it will support what I've been doing in the lives. Well, myself and my co-hosts, actually, what we've been doing in the lives, where people come and ask about particular bikes that we don't necessarily have the knowledge or the experience on. So that'll be good. And if you are interested in taking part in that, if you want me to come along and meet you somewhere and spend a bit of time filming you and your bike, then by all means just let me know. I know some people might be a bit hesitant with that, especially if you don't know me very well, you don't know who I am. But rest assured, this is completely above board. I'd never ask to meet at your house. I don't need to know anything about where you live. I don't need to know any details other than your TikTok name. And we arrange a very public place to meet up. We film for 10, 15, 20 minutes, talk about your bike, and then that'll be it. So yeah, if that works and that takes off, then I'll do more and more of those. So I'm doing the first couple this weekend. I've got Ben, who is riding a GSXR 750. So he's agreed to meet up with me on Saturday, and then hopefully at some point over the weekend, if he gets a chance, I'm going to meet up with a friend of mine, Mark, who rides a Yamaha R1 and a BMW S1000RR, so he can talk about those bikes as well. But what I'd like to do, as we do more and more of those, is really vary the types of bikes. So it doesn't matter if you ride a scooter, a 125, a Harley Davidson. It really doesn't matter. I'd love to just meet with anyone and talk to anyone who is passionate about their bike, because it'll be fun for both of us. It'll be entertainment for anybody tuning into the channel, and it will be informative as well. So that's the idea. That's going to start this weekend. So yeah, other than that, have fun, folks. Enjoy the rest of the weather. I will be home soon. Oh, one more thing. I said in a previous vlog that I did, a moto vlog, that I wasn't going to buy an expensive helmet because I was using the inline microphone from the Apple earphones as a microphone, which was working okay, but it wasn't great. It wasn't fantastic. But I said I wasn't going to buy an expensive mic. But I've just bought an expensive mic, so or a couple of mics actually. So when I get home tomorrow, I'll do an unboxing of that mic, and then I'll hopefully either in the next couple of days at some point get a chance to get out and actually test that mic in action to see if it's much better. I think it will be. I know somebody who's already got it and already uses it for moto vlogs, and it seems really, really good, albeit he uses a different camera to mine. So I'll put that to the test and do a review of that. So yeah, loads of good things coming up on the channel, folks. And like I said at the start, if anybody has any ideas of content that you want to see, things that you might think will be helpful and useful for those that tune into the channel, then feel free to share your ideas with me. If it's viable, if it's possible, then I'd be more than happy to follow your suggestions. But other than that, stay safe and enjoy yourselves.